Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of the latest episode of Arrow, Beacon of Hope. Now, I like this episode because of what they did with the villain, Brie Larson. Now, she was evidently a villain that was brought over from the Flash that Felicity had helped Barry capture, so that added a kind of nice tension kind of later on throughout the episode. But the main thing that I had with this episode was the bee puns. I mean, the first couple times you're like, okay, you have to make the puns, but then after a while it just became like, no, why, God, why? Oh, but I liked that it was a kind of bigger threat than usual because you'd think, God, this is kind of a campy villain. They're going to deal with her pretty quickly and then move on to like the real stuff. Her robotic bees were a very effective villain for the Arrow and his whole cadre of support because there was no kind of effective way to fight them. They were kind of Borg-like, as they made the reference in the episode, in that they would adapt to certain things. So, as Oliver had gotten stung and there were bees replicating inside of him, they decided to use Laurel's canary scream to destroy him inside of him, but that wouldn't be effective later on. I also liked how the bees could morph together into a giant dude that pretty much Oliver couldn't really do much against. It was pretty good villain to kind of test everybody. So it began with pretty much just everybody trying to figure out what's going on. It was kind of quiet, and then out of nowhere, Bree got herself out of prison and was looking to get her hands on the implant that Felicity has because it's revealed later on that she has a tumor that's wrapped around her spinal cord and she'll need it to walk again after the tumor's removed. And I thought that gave it a nice weight to it. It's paralleling Felicity and how Felicity has stayed good and true kind of to herself, whereas Bree is like, I need to use these, I need to get it, and I have to use whatever means I can to get it. And it was kind of interesting to see Felicity's absence from Team Arrow, even though she was still doing stuff with Team Arrow. Because then they brought in Curtis, even though he was like sick and like with 104-degree fever, he was able to find the Arrow cave, the bunker, as every Oliver's like, it's called the bunker. And he was able to do all the kind of Felicity stuff. He wasn't bad. It's kind of like the initial Felicity thing where everybody was kind of annoyed at her. I really wasn't annoyed at her, so it was kind of interesting to see a different kind of person take on her kind of role in there, and he did a pretty good job. I'm excited to see kind of where they're going to take him with Team Arrow, because he came up with a lot of good ideas and everything, and he had a really good interplay with Lance. It was he's just got a really good arc going. It's even though he's been taken into like weird territory, he's like, this is what my life has become, a swarm of robotic bees. What's next? And he just bonks out one of them, and it's like, all right, we're okay. It was really good, and I really like to see kind of where they're developing his character and what they're going to do with it. And as we're going through that, they're still dealing with the stupidity of the Oliver and Felicity thing. Laurel giving her 2 cents to Ollie, and Thea giving her 2 cents to Felicity, and it's really just like drama for the sake of drama, pretty much at this point. If they're gonna make Oliver mopey about it, I want him to either go dark and start beating the crap out of people, or just get over it. I mean, I understand it's a big thing, but mopey Ollie is not interesting Ollie. Same with Felicity. And I hope that they like snap him out of it at some point. That's just my 2 cents on that. And while this is going on, we have Damien Dark still being Damien Dark in prison, which was pretty cool. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't do much yet with the ring, and that he doesn't really have powers, but he still has his connections, and he was able to stop from getting himself shanked in prison by pretty much extorting people. And Merlin's pretty much extorting him as well, because he's like, well, I'm pretty much taking over your place, and with the other people of Hive, your plan. And Dark's like, oh, well, I got an ace in the hole, which turns out to be Diggle's brother. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on with Diggle's brother, because that's going to create a big source of tension between Oliver and John if it comes to a head that Ollie's got to make a decision to take out his brother. But that's stuff for the future, and that looks really good. as we were getting towards the end of the episode, Bree was able to figure out that Felicity was the one who imprisoned her the first time. And due to good magic, well, magically taking out pretty much the bees at that point, Curtis was able to turn the bees on her and stop Bree from like shooting Thea and Felicity. And it was just overall a pretty good episode, just the same weaknesses of that. Same with the flashbacks. I mean, it's pretty much not doing anything at this point to really connect with the season other than the totem. Reader got away, possibly with the totem, we don't know, and I don't know what they're truly using these flashbacks for anymore. They weren't bad, but they didn't really do anything except slow the pace and the momentum of the overall arc of the episode. So I hope they start some kind of payoff. Something that's like either Ollie remembers or has to use to defeat Dark and Hyde. It's gotta connect that way somehow. Otherwise, why is it there? But those are my thoughts on the episode. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you liked it, didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.